Welcome to SAP Knowledge in a Nutshell. In this video, we will explore the user-master record comparison in SAP User Administration. This feature ensures that authorization profiles of roles are correctly assigned to SAP users in your system. We will explain how it works and how you can automate this process. So let's get started and launch transaction code PFUD for the user-master data reconciliation. This tool can synchronize authorization profiles in SAP user master records based on the current role assignments. This ensures consistency regarding authorization assignments in SAP systems, which finally also improves the overall security state. In the first section of the Start screen, we can set a role selection that should be processed and compared. We can also leave the field empty to process all roles or use wildcard characters like asterisk to select a subset of roles. In this video, we will use an existing set of roles. In the next section of the screen, we could change the selection for the comparison type. However, we recommend keeping the default selection with all checkboxes enabled as we want to perform a full comparison. I will now further explain the different comparison types available. The profile matchup updates the authorization profile assignments in the user master records by evaluating the time-dependent role assignments to delete invalid profile assignments or enter new ones. Compare indirect assignments from composite roles is a reconciliation method, where single role assignments are compared with composite role assignments for users. If necessary, the single role assignments are updated accordingly. This is a very important aspect after the transport of changed composite role definitions. The HR organizational management comparison should always be executed if you make changes to your local HR model or transport changes into the system that affect indirect role assignments. Additionally, the following options are available as processing modes. Cleanups deletes all profile assignments for which there are no longer any roles available in the system. This is important to eliminate possible inconsistencies immediately after frequent role and profile transports. This option also works standalone without performing any comparison type. The display log option provides a result list for entries that could not be processed. Replicate HR assignments in the central CUA is an optional feature. It is only available in CUA child systems to distribute information about HR organizational structures if actively used. In the last section, we can finally select the execution mode. You can choose to schedule a background job to periodically perform a full comparison, or you can choose to process everything in dialogue mode. In this video, we will execute the dialogue processing first and explain later how to schedule the background job accordingly. After execution in dialogue mode, the user master records for all selected roles are compared and adjusted where it was required. Now, we will do the same again, but this time we will change the execution mode to background processing and schedule a corresponding background job. After execution, we can first search for already planned jobs associated with transaction PFUD that are usually scheduled with the default job name PFCG_time_dependency. We will restrict the time frame in the selection screen by setting tomorrow as the start date and 2 days later as the end date. If no background job was found in the SAP system for the selected time frame, we have now the option to schedule a new background job for the user master comparison using default values by confirming the pop-up message. In the next step, we can check and adjust the default settings for the default job name PFCG_time_dependency. We will change the step user accordingly to a system user type in the step parameters, as it is recommended to use only technical users for a periodic job execution. The default start conditions are just fine, as the job is scheduled to run daily overnight at 2 a.m. when usually no or less users are logged into the SAP system. A daily execution is usually sufficient, because role assignments can also only be restricted on a daily basis. Finally, we will save the job definition in order to schedule the job. Keep in mind that executing the user master comparison can cause side effects on end user side, as the user buffer will be refreshed accordingly due to changed authorizations. However, this is intended and correct, as we want to ensure consistency and security in our SAP system. Thank you for watching. Would you like to find out more? Check out our video channel on our homepage or feel free to contact us. We will get back to you as soon as possible.